He may not be a household name, but for serious gourmands, Rene Redzepi is the rising rock star of global food. The 33-year-old Danish chef runs a 40-seat restaurant in Copenhagen that has just been named the best in the world. Those fortunate enough to get a reservation are served an unpredictable menu based entirely on produce the chef can source locally. On a recent whirlwind visit to Australia, Rene Redzepi was taken foraging in the outback. And Mike Sexton reports.
He's young, handsome and famous, and he can cook. So it's no wonder everyone at the opening of the Sydney Food Festival wanted a slice of Rene Redzepi's pie.
Can everyone give Rene a round of applause?
In the gourmet world, Rene Redzepi is a Danish prince whose restaurant Noma has just been crowned the best in the world.
Noma this year was voted the #1 restaurant in the San Pellegrino top 50 restaurants in the year, which is probably the most significant international restaurant award system.
So this man matters in food?
This man matters a lot in food.
This wonderful fish here is a turbot.
When Rene Redzepi opened Noma 6 years ago, he faced a challenge convincing diners that Nordic cuisine was more than roll mops and cabbage.
We are rediscovering our region gastronomically. We work very much with the wildlife, our wild plants, berries, mushrooms, wild animals. So this is what we're trying to do, create a restaurant that works with the Nordic products.
What makes his work unusual is that the chef won't import ingredients. Instead, he uses only what he can find on local foraging expeditions. The Flinders Ranges stretch 400 kilometres through outback South Australia. For most visitors, it's a place for bushwalking and camping. For the Anti-Muckner, it's a bush supermarket.
It's more healthy, than the food we eat today. And our people try to live off that food. And we find a lot of our visitors are really interested in our bush foods.
With a gaggle of food writers in tow, Rene Redzepi was given a bush tucker guide by the Coulthard family, who run cultural tours of their country.
And you can try them, you can eat them straight, or you can cook them in different dishes. That's a good one, yeah. I meant to show you that one, yeah.
G'day. I've been to Sydney, Melbourne, and I've tremendously enjoyed my time there, but I had this feeling of suddenly experiencing Australia, coming out here and eating all these products and seeing the abundance and the lusciousness of the bush.
After the foraging came the feasting, starting with roast kangaroo.
Christian, this is Rene. There you go, Rene.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, mate. Where are you from?
Denmark.
You lost?
Once we lost in the bush. For me, I think this is the essence of great cuisine. I think that in any city they should have all the ethnic and multicultural cuisines, but I think that it's a poor culture if it doesn't have its own true unique expression that can only be represented right there at the place. So, of course, I think this should be here.
This is the vine here.
Part of Rene Redzepi's passion for foraging is his belief that by putting greater value on nature, there's more incentive to protect it.
Through harvesting and through being and cooking with nature's products, you also preserve it and take better care of it.
It's a thought long shared with the Anti-Muckner people.
It's actually a treat, I suppose, to have somebody of that calibre here. It's good for us to actually know that there's somebody in other parts of the world interested in bringing back some of the old traditions in some way, shape or form.
After his Flinders forage, the world's greatest chef would soon be off again. Next on his schedule was San Francisco, but he took with him a taste of the bush.
This is my first experience of something that I consider to be truly Australian, and that's a gift, and I will of course like to say thank you for that.
Mike Sexton with that report, and that's the program for tonight. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow, where my voice might be a little bit better, but for now, good night.